Okay, just a quick update on our first batch of ABS Persimmon drivers. I know some of you have been waiting a bit here. Yeah, it's taken us a bit longer than anticipated for the first run, but we're getting close to the finish line now. So for those of you who've ordered, your patience will be rewarded soon. And of course, yeah, we appreciate your patience. So that being said, these are all customized for our player specs. We offer dead weights between 14 and 16 ounces in black or mahogany finishes. Hogan and Moe game 16-ounce persimmon drivers, so we offer those. These are 48-degree lie angles, nice and flat, so that they set up correctly. The one that I play is a 15.5 ounces, and I often train with a 16-ounce persimmon. I think that's a good choice. So really the heavier clubs bring more mass into impact, so you don't have to swing with as much velocity to get the same distance as you would with a lighter club. It's just the physics. But I think the real advantage is in the ball control area. A heavier club, you can feel it with much more intensity. You also get significantly stronger over time by using it. And I think if you swing one of these for 6 months, you'll see a change in your body and in your strength. So you can quit your gym membership. At least I did. But really the slower acceleration rates at the start of the downswing also help us move the peak apex of acceleration much later into the downswing and eventually or hopefully through and past the low point so we can hold shaft flex. Acceleration is really the key to being able to sense exactly where the club face is through the impact arena. I think this is really one of the great secrets of the masterful ball strikers that modern instruction prefers to ignore. It's one of the main reasons we're not seeing the next Hogan, in my opinion. I believe that the great strikers like Moe, Hogan, Knudsen had golf swings that developed from these heavier drivers. They got stronger and could feel the leading edge of the club face in a much more visceral way. I can attest to that myself because I play the heavier gear. It forces us to use the bigger muscles in our back and torso and legs, which properly train us for a more controlled and sophisticated golf swing. Better ball control, better access to the correct shot shaping. Lasering the ball down the correct side of the fairway, drawing or fading, opening up the angle to the pin, to the day's pin placement. I think that's essential for properly executing a golf course strategy. So my final thoughts is that playing Persimmon is essential really to experiencing the true intention and nature of the game of golf. It started with Persimmon and that era really, went right into the mid-90s. Its history, of course, covering the eras of going back to Jones and Hagen, of course, Snead, Nelson, Hogan, Nicklaus, Palmer, Player, Watson, Seve, Floyd, even Faldo winning the Masters with a Persimmon driver in 1990 when everyone else was already switched over to metalwoods. He won the Open in 92 with a Persimmon driver. Tom Kite won the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach in 1992 with a Persimmon driver. Again, almost everybody was into metals at the time. And then Bernhard Langer won the Masters in 1993 with a Persimmon driver. And I think he was only just one of maybe a couple of guys to be using it. Even Tiger grew up playing Persimmon. So I think Persimmon feels, it sounds different. It's more of a blissful experience when you strike it on the screws, literally. No one complained about the ball going too far and courses having to be lengthened, outdating many of the world's greatest historic courses. I really believe that the game of golf was meant to be played with wood, just like pro baseball or even cricket have remained at wood. The stick and ball games that are more popular than golf to maintain the parameters of the game. So I play personally because I play Persimmon because I like to play the great courses correctly as they were intended to be played. I want the architect to be speaking to me across the generations. It's a real thing because they left a message and a legacy to be respected and appreciated as far as I'm concerned. The gear and the courses were in perfect harmony, no one complaining, no need for major course redesigns or other absurdities. If I shoot a course record, it's a real record. There's no asterisk by my name like, oh, well, John was playing modern gear. He's hitting the ball 50 yards farther. I don't want to feel that way. If I break a course record, I will own that. Playing the same gear that everyone else played, apples to apples. I like having my skill sets tested correctly. I like having to hit a few long irons into par fours. I believe that's a benchmark of the classic golf course design and the shot making skill. So feels better, sounds better, ball control is much better. Staying connected to the history of the game feels better. And that's it. So anyway, thanks for listening. And we've got Persimmon drivers. Let us know if you're interested in one. And go to advancedballstriking.com. Go to the forum, and there's info there. And appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.